The impact of climate change in Africa is visible. This is something many countries are grappling with. Southern Africa has also seen unprecedented floods, and in the Horn of Africa, crippling drought has left millions scrambling for water. The Pan-African Parliament says it's high time climate change is given undivided attention.
We need to accelerate progress on climate change. We are also in the third decade of the climate talks, but the harsh reality is that emission continues to rise. We saw it with the representative of UN, country representative of UN. The emission continues to rise while vital climate funding fails to be disbursed. We can remember COP21, they promised $100 billion for us to have our climate action programs, adaptation and mitigation. Where is this money? Up to now, nothing is being given to us.
There are calls for Africa to find innovative ways to get climate resilient solutions.
Indigenous African knowledge to start with. We can start by working with those in our communities who have been living with climatic changes and variances over time. We can draw and tap into that knowledge. We also have African civil society. Pan-African Climate Justice, for example, that is a co-convener of this meeting, can also help with convening and advancing policy positions. Then, of course, we have African private sector and African technology leads that can also advance solutions that will make a difference. And we're ready to be able to accompany these efforts as the United Nations and our partners.
We are looking for solutions to the devastating impacts of climate change, which, as you have said, are manifested by, what you have seen in Southern Africa over time, hurricane, Idai, hurricane just recently in Malawi, which has really devastated the villages. Now they are pulling out of it. The Horn of Africa, droughts which have never been seen before.
European Parliament says it's keen to work with the Pan-African Parliament.
It is high time for us to find money, not really loans that we have to refund. And we want subsidies, fresh money, which will not be refunded for both Europe and Africa in order to win the battle of climate.
Meanwhile, Kenyan President William Ruto, who is part of the AU's Heads of State Committee on Climate Change, is expected to attend the last session on Wednesday. Kyle Kumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.